The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. All day, baby, all day.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
X3. 218, chopper. Snap.
On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's second and 15.
Hey, Charlie.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Alert 3, alert.
General West.
Check 50, check 50.
Hit it.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Protein spill. Buzz.
Mike 51, Mike 51. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. You're out. He's gone.
Checking crack.
Five.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert going deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs lived for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
What you got?
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Crunch time, defense.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They spot him on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check, check. Blue draw Corker. Slam, slam, slam. Check three, check three. Check three. Go.
Running on first down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf. All day, every day. Hey, orbit. Let's go.
2nd and 13. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Back. Go. Get it.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Hey, high 7. Fair. Chest. Hey, Sam off. But squeeze. Get wide. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Kill. Hey, ready?
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
You got that right there.
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Check three.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Get 300.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got room. Jones breaking from the contact. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing over.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Zoom. Hey, seam 6. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Go.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Check it out.
At the 18-yard line.
Hey, Delta. 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Watch safety green.
Greystone, travel.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This is Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Not today.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
He'll find Metcalf. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
General West.
Here we go. Jim.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shit.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
First down, Packers.
Down, 319, check 30, check 30.
You. 46 to Mike. 40.
Yeah.
Focus, defense, focus.
Small.
Mike, 46. Mike.
We're gonna do it.
Working from the gun. Rodgers looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the ready.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go. 60 or.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
58's a Mike. 58's a Mike. Hey, man. Watch this.
Let's go.
On third down, Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down.
No. 58.
Yeah, right there. 56.
Here we go, D. Get off the cat 300. Cat 300. Hey, Zoo.
Yo. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got him.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26. We are going.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Chargers, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Exit. Baby, that's baby shot. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Going 58 is the Mike.
Let's go.
Hey, lock it.
Man up, D.
Hey, Charlie.
Check. Check.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Blue draw Corker. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Rodgers now on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
Rodgers going to throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Check 26, check 26.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Under 10. 10.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here we go. Set. Come on. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm here on 66. Bullet. Half. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hurry, hurry. Hurry.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. No gap.
61. Matchbox lights.
It's a safety creep.
Hey, orbit. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Kill, kill, kill. Check 31.
You're out.
Shift, shift. Watch out, watch out.
Gone, gone. Golf, golf. 2.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Come on now, let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Yeah, Liz. 26. Hey, Alpha.
49.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
36.
Hey, Mike.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
1, 2, 3.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
218, chopper. Let's go.
To throw on second down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
319.
Give me that ball, defense.
319.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
49, check 49.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 41, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
30 days.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Get it.
Throwing on first down. Herbert looking for Allen, who's got him on the slant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Hey, wahoo!
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Ricky. 51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
You gonna see me in your...
On first down, Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Ready up.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Over.
Rush in. Alert 3.
Flip it down.
They'll go again to Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Check 50. Check 50. Crash.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Blue 58. Back north.
Army. Hatchet, Hatchet. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Hey, check 26. Hey, Zoo.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pick your game up. And 58 is a mic.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Christian Kirksey, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Go.
Off the bootleg. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got it to Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Slam, slam, slam. Check three, check three.
Yep. 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
Ready.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, that's taken in by Callaway. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st down, Herbert. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
that's 20 goons and a ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out 1 foot of set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.